Hi everyone, and welcome back to Pause for Self-Care. I just quickly put some makeup on because I actually wasn't going to record today, but this is something that I really feel passionate about, and I thought, well, let me do a video. So here we go. So over the last few weeks, I am pretty sure that there's not a single person who has not come across a social media post, a video, a TikTok about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation case. Now, as somebody who has experienced abuse, childhood trauma, experienced emotional, physical, and verbal abuse, I thought I needed to speak out. And one post that really made me want to speak out is somebody who didn't even watch the entire trial and is speaking out pro-woman because they are pro-woman in these cases. And the thing is, yes, as women, we need to stand up for each other. But we need to stand up for truth. We need to stand up and say that men experience abuse too, from women. As a teenager, I witnessed a man going through a divorce who was experiencing violent abuse from his wife. In one instance, she actually took a phone, and I mean, in those days it was a landline, and those things were damn hard, and she took that phone and hit him with the phone that he had bruises on his face. This kind of thing is not spoken about enough. Men need to know that it's okay to speak out. And the movement that went around when the Me Too movement came out, especially in South Africa, I saw that all men are trash. No, no, no. All men are not trash. There are good fathers out there. There are good men out there. Abusing drugs and alcohol does not make you trash either. Now, this specifically applies to the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case. Yes, Johnny did abuse alcohol. He abused drugs. And in my opinion, if it was okay for men to find help, he wouldn't have been in such a desperate position when it came to drugs and alcohol. He spoke about how his childhood trauma affected him. And actually, Amber's aggression exacerbated that to such a point that he reacted. And you can't really blame the guy. You can't blame his abuse of alcohol and drugs to escalate during a time that he felt attacked. His mental health was seriously at risk. And if he had found the assistance of a professional, if the world was more accepting that men experience abuse too, he could have got help. He could have stepped out of that relationship and he could have been better off. Something else that I speak about often and that hasn't been mentioned about the case is the cycle of abuse. And you can apply it here too. There were highs and lows, and you could see it. Now, what happens in a cycle of abuse is that the abuser abuses. After the abuse, it dies down. A honeymoon period kind of goes where everything is good again, and then something triggers abuse once again. It escalates, possibly until there's physical abuse, and then it dies down again until the honeymoon phase again. It's a vicious circle. And because of this, victims don't leave abusive relationships. And let's speak about narcissism, why don't we? Narcissists believe their own lies. And I am quite certain that Amber does have some kind of personality disorder from my own experience. There's no doubt that she does. She really, really believed her own lies. Her acting was shocking though. And when women say that it really turns the Me Too movement on its head, to me it doesn't. It just makes it more inclusive of everyone. Because abuse doesn't discriminate. Abusers don't discriminate. If they feel that you are a good target, you will be targeted. So, yeah. Let's take this forward. Let's make it okay for men to speak out. Because look at the mental health movement. There are so many women speaking out and saying that it's okay to not be okay. But let's take it a step forward and say from a man's perspective, it's okay to not be okay. Let it be okay that men speak out at abuse. It doesn't make you less of a man to be experiencing abuse. Your childhood trauma really plays a factor, whether you're a man or a woman. It really, really does. And I could see that in Johnny. I could see how he behaved. I could see in his speaking that he was struggling. It's not easy to speak about, especially in front of cameras, in front of the world, knowing that it's going out to the world. He was incredibly brave. And one thing that really stood out for me is that Amber tried to drag in everybody that she could and then turned the tables and made as if Johnny was. But if it wasn't for her testimony dragging in these people, he wouldn't have to bring them in to testify that she was incorrect. She brought in his children and mentioned his children. And what stood out for me that makes me applaud him even more is that he never dragged his children in to testify. Maybe his attorney said, bring them in, but they weren't brought in, and that speaks volumes for him. It speaks volumes that he didn't want to have them go through the trauma of a court case. And yes, it's traumatic just to experience that court case. My concern as was for Amber's sister. Looking at her facial expressions during the case, she needs some one-on-one help, and she needs care. She needs to step back from her sister and be given the care that she deserves. Because a narcissist loves to take the limelight. And as I said, I am pretty damn sure that Amber has a personality disorder. Whitney needs assistance. Lastly, don't trash your attorneys. They tried their best. And in this case, we know where the truth was. It was clear to see if you watched the trial. They really tried to pull out all the stops for her. And I'm sure it was hella difficult for them. And, well, their business is probably going to suffer due to her. And she probably hasn't even thought that far. How many people she has affected. And that's where I'll end off. So, yeah. If you're going to make a comment about the case, like the post that triggered me to do this video, at least have all the facts. At least have all the facts. As a survivor of childhood trauma, of physical, verbal, and emotional abuse, I am Team Johnny Depp. So, I am filming off a new little vlogging kit I got myself, because we're going to be attending State of Stance in June, and I'm really excited for it. Checking out the lighting and what have you. So, yeah, let me know what you think of the video, please. And my channel is nearly at 400 subscribers. Please share and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. I have like 6 subscribers to go to 400. Thank you so much to Bella and Edward, who shared my channel in their community. I really appreciate your love. Yeah, head over to Bella and Edward's Musical Lifestyle, or Michelle VB, or Michelle and Michael Loves to Travel. Support their channels. They are so supportive of me, and I really appreciate their kindness. So yeah, hit subscribe, like, leave a comment below. Let's get it out there. Thank you so much. Until next time, remember to pause for self-care. Yes, and men need to pause for self-care too and take care of themselves. So do it. You're worth it, no matter who you are.